It's better to be a lion for a day than a sheep all your life. He who angers you conquers you. Panic plays no part in the training of a nurse. I do not want medical men to discuss whether or not my work is valuable because I know what it will do. I want them to tell me how best this new knowledge of rapidly restoring paralyzed people to health and strength can be applied where it is needed. I have a message to give to the world, and I shall not be thwarted. In the history of medicine, it is not always the great scientist or the learned doctor who goes forward to discover new fields, new avenues, new ideas. Some minds remain open long enough for the truth not only to enter but to pass on through by way of a ready exit without pausing anywhere along the route. I'd like to live every moment of my life, but not a moment after. Fortunately, perhaps, I was completely ignorant of the orthodox theory of the disease poliomyelitis. At first, I was called a quack, a charlatan, and worse, year after year in Australia, England, and the United States, by men who simply refused to believe that a nurse from the bush could devise a treatment which succeeded where they had failed. The American doctor, in my opinion, possesses a combination of conservatism and that other quality which has put the United States in the forefront in almost every department of science. That is, an eagerness to know what it is really all about in order that he may not be the one left behind if there is something to it. It is easier to recount grievances and slights than it is to set down a broad redress of such grievances and slights. The reason is that one fears to be thought of as an arrant braggart. As a girl, my temper often got out of bounds. But one day when I became angry at a friend over some trivial matter, my mother said to me, "Elizabeth, anyone who angers you conquers you." I spent more time on dark ships in danger zones than any other woman in the world. He looked at the book, took my name, and consulted his records. Then he informed me I had been lost at sea and was dead. Under the circumstances, he could not possibly give me any money. Even the fact that he was dealing with someone who had been dead for several days failed to awaken interest in his official heart. I came to America to teach my method, not to enter a research experiment. My mother used to say, "He who angers you conquers you," but my mother was a saint. His response was remarkable for its irrelevance, if for nothing else. Memories do not always behave in an orderly way, but bloom, as it were, erratically. A measure of victory has been won, and honors have been bestowed in token thereof. But honors fade or are forgotten, and monuments crumble into dust. It is the battle itself that matters, and the battle must go on. I was wholly unprepared for the extraordinary attitude of the medical world in its readiness to condemn anything that smacked of reform or that ran contrary to approved methods of practice. "Oh sleep, oh gentle sleep," I thought gratefully, nature's gentle nurse. If someone angers you, they control you. The record of one's life must needs prove more interesting to him who writes it than to him who reads what has been written. The American doctor possesses a combination of conservatism and an eagerness to know what it is really all about, in order that he may not be the one left behind if there is something to it.